All right. So, Manifesto, my guy, this ghost appears to be reacting to you. It opens its mouth and it they-lives you. It's pointing a finger at you. What are you going to do about it?
Manifesto is going to quickly look away, then look back and see if it's still doing the same thing. It's still there. Is it just standing there? Is it not getting any closer?
It looks like your world is fisheye lensing around it.
Ooh.
Give me a sense trouble.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You get the impression this thing does not want to be seen.
Okay, so Manifesto is going to oblige. He knows how it goes, and he's going to remove the goggles very quickly and just set them aside.
All right.
Manifesto.
What were you looking at, buddy?
Yeah. What did you see?
Are you okay?
Sandals trans icon.
I did think about that for a second. I was like, is that repressed desires of self there? Manifesto was like, I saw what looked like a small Victorian female child that looked like Sandals, but was like from the 1800s, like really old dress, creepy, and she kept mouthing at me. I didn't like it.
I think Sandals looks at Manifesto and has just an absolute look of like, are you, did you do drugs? Did you do any of Dave's drugs?
He did some Larry.
Say that?
No, that's the look he's giving you. Like, he's just like bewildered by what you just said.
Yeah,
and then just kind of shrugs.
Hoping that Sandals will start explaining himself and like trying to kind of elaborating on what the fuck he just saw. And when he's not explaining, he's just looking more and more concerned and just kind of frowning at himself. Just
Sandals.
I'm sorry.
Sandals.
A Victorian girl?
Sandals, you got to put the goggles on for a second. If you sense any trouble, take them back off, but you got to put them on.
Is there a mirror somewhere? Maybe, perchance, you could take a look at yourself. But no, I mean briefly. She didn't seem to like being looked at.
Sandals, to be very clear about this, thinks the goggles are very dumb. But he'll take them and like, you know the way that like a teenager like begrudgingly does something that their parent tells them to do, where it's like, okay, mom. Like he reaches out and he grabs the goggles and he just puts them over his eyes and just like looks at Manifesto. Does he see anything? Is there anything going on here, or is it just fucking Manifesto?
When you look at Manifesto, you see the ethereal strands that almost look like they form corporeal bodies of people, but it feels like they've left him behind.
Sandals slowly turns to catch Javi and Jet in his line of sight.
With Javi, you see the Killer Dave wrapped around him like Manifesto did. But with Jet, you don't see anything hanging off him. You just see a slight glow around his hat, as if it's blocking whatever effect this is.
Mm-hmm. I think Sandals keeps it pretty close to the chest and is just like, yeah, I mean, there's weird shit going on, but Jet's hat is strange. What do you want from me?
I never expected to see this hat modeled.
Now, is there anything like Sandals isn't going out of his way to like look over his shoulder, but is this apparition that that Manifesto saw in Sandals' line of sight?
No.
Yeah, Sandals just kind of takes the goggles off nonchalantly and just says, I don't know what to say, man. No little Victorian girl. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. You guys can try. Do you want to try? He motions to Javi. You want to wear the drunk goggles for a moment? I don't know, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I put them on and just look at Sandals immediately.
All right, give me stability for Javi.
Oh no.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. Thank goodness. But you do see her. You see that braid-haired ferret girl, and after a moment of you focusing your gaze on her, she does turn and start to look at you. She begins to like shake violently, clenching around Sandals' neck. Sandals, you just feel a tickle in your throat, just coughing a little bit.
Yeah, he's.
It's like an Enderman.
You got a knot in your throat?
Sandals, what are you feeling right now?
What am I? You're all staring at me, telling me there's a little Victorian girl following me.
Yes, answer the question. Do you feel anything weird right now, physically?
You feel cold.
I guess it's kind of cold. How are you all just like walking around without a coat on? Didn't your parents ever tell you to wear a coat before you leave?
Well, we know what happened to mine, but let's stay focused here. There is this weird ghost thing trying to strangle you right now. You know I'm not making that up. It's what Manifesto said. I don't know what to tell you. It's this ferret girl with long braided hair. She looks pretty
I think
pissed.
the fact that you just said she has long braided hair clearly has an effect on Sandals. Like very visibly, immediately, his face goes from like I have no idea about what you're talking about to the look of like it's like he ages 60 years. Like his life is just gone from him and he's just waiting for the end.
Wow.
And as you keep looking at this apparition, Javi, it's starting to get more and more agitated, reaching out towards you.
All right, fuck that. I immediately pull the goggles back off.
I think Sandals is very visibly shaken by the fact, like, now that you've actually described what this is, he is very not good at hiding the fact that he fully understands what you are talking about.
Sandals, what's going on? What's going on? I can tell something's wrong. So you know that what I just said is real.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? What are we dealing with?
And where did you get those goggles?
The viewers just made them the viewers. That's why I didn't put them on. Jet said some bullshit. He kept calling me goggles. They gave me goggles. I didn't put them on because heaven forbid we play with the fucking cosmic horror. Listen, I know this whole thing is about stories and ideas and mysteries and getting to the truth of it all. But there are some things out there where the truth is just sad. There's no mystery, there's no intrigue, there's no reason for any of it. It just sucks. And that's all there is. Did Iceberg tell any of you this? What? Why are you asking about her?
Because we saw her with the goggles, man.
I think Sandals is very actually sad. Like, this isn't a gaslighty thing. Like, I think he's telling, he's very truthful in these emotions. Like he has like, that thing that happens when young children get really emotional but try to not be emotional. So they their voice quivers. They're not quite crying, but they're almost there. That's kind of the expression that's coming on his face, and he just says, "In my hometown, there was a legend about a girl who died in a blizzard. And they said that if you drove over a certain bridge during a snowstorm, you would see her. And I just want you to know that urban legends are usually based on some degree of truth. And there are people that suffered because of that truth." And then he just takes a few steps away from the group and walks into the room that everyone was sort of gathered in, out of this hallway.
Oh, like those chain emails. I always send them off. Can't ever take a chance with them.
Maven will hold her hand out to Javi. Can I see those?
Sure, yeah. If you want to try them on.
I don't think I do.
Wait,
but
what do you plan on doing with them?
She points at the symbol on the back. Baggage?
Baggage.
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 All right, I think I'm going to hold on to these. We don't know if they might help clue us in on something later on. But I think it's, better idea to not be wearing them constantly.
Shit, right. Where is that bear? Everyone mentioned Iceberg a minute ago.
Maven will speak up and she says, last I saw him, he was going to the Lighthouse with Larry, and we saw what Larry turned into, so I can't imagine Iceberg is far behind.
Sandals speaks up at this, just very clearly agitated, but trying to pull himself together a little bit. He says, "I know, Iceberg. It doesn't matter what happened to anyone else in this stupid fucking game Melvin set up. If anyone is going to get through this, it will be Iceberg. I hate that motherfucker, but he's good at what he does."
I know you hate him, man, but if he's not a horrible, disgusting monster right now, he might be a good ally.
Yeah, Sandals wipes his paws down his face and just goes yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. And I think he's probably our best bet at the moment.
Yes, Iceberg is the one who can save us all.
Out of all of the people here, if not for all of us, he's the one who knows the most about what the fuck is going on here, so. And then I think Sandals looks at Jet and he says, "Whatever you're hiding, he's probably already dug it up, dude."
He's balding.
That is in fact what the hat. That's what the hat is hiding. That's the magic of the hat.
Oh,
that's his
God.
baggage. Underneath all of this.
So, despite all this revelations, Manifesto is continuing to put on the clothes until he's in an entirely new outfit that does not fit him.
Business suit Manifesto.
Just the jacket.
Just the suit jacket. Still gotta show
a very men's small
suit jacket.
and a fucking blue tracksuit pants.
Yes.
The jacket just is audibly creaking.
I love the idea of Manifesto wearing like a Russian mob like tracksuit, but it's 4 sizes too small for him. So it only it only goes up to his elbows in a full sleeve length.
A children's tracksuit.
Oh, that's very funny. I think Sandals like wipes his eyes and goes like, So what is the plan? Are we staying here overnight? What do you want? What do we want to do?
I think if we can afford to, killing some time is not a bad idea. We do need to find Iceberg. That's a priority. I'm not feeling too good though. I can use some rest.
Sandals looks at Javi and like his facade of being polite is like completely gone. So he just says, "You look like shit and you need to sleep, dude."
I know.
So 2 votes for taking a rest at the very least. And then Sandals goes like, "Oh fuck, we should go let Martin and Naomi out." And then he looks to Maven and he goes, "I made sure Martin and Naomi and Mikey were safe, by the way."
All right, Melvin, go get them. And he just does whatever she says at this point. And then she says, I can stand watch if you guys want to sleep. Kind of built for the night.
Thank you. That would be huge. I mean, my life depends on it. Thank you.
If I were the GM, Sandals would get stability from the fact that Maven is just said the coolest motherfucking thing that anyone could ever say. A goth bat girl who just fucking iced an eldritch horror is like, "I'm built for the night." Yeah, I'll take the night watch. You take a nap. We're cool. I'm Batman. Yeah, damn straight you are, girl.
Thank you, Hot Topic woman.
What are our sleeping arrangements? What do we got going on in this dilapidated motel?
There's one bed.
So
it's a hotel, right?
There are 2 rooms that aren't full of garbage, and one of them has a bed.
I was joking. I'm sorry.
So you could like evenly space out in the opposite room, since it looks like Naomi and Mikey already have the one with the bed in it.
Sandals is a ferret.
This is true.
Like, I don't have a spine, so can I just like curl up in a chair and be fine?
Yeah, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, Sandals. I think Sandals walks over to just like a chair that's out of view of any of the windows. Like he just sits down, and in whatever this room that we're all staying in is, and just sort of like huddles up, like knees to chest, sort of like sitting very bisexually right now. Just like his legs are in completely weird spaces. His back is bent in a way that shouldn't be comfortable, but deeply is. And he's like in that chair, probably more comfortable than whoever's sleeping on the bed will be.
Did you say Mikey and Naomi are on the bed currently?
Yeah, this is the one with a bed in it. The other one's pretty much this, but with no bed. And you peek in there. It's across the hall from the other one, and you do see them in there. Naomi is reading the Bible that comes complimentary in the cabinet, and just like groaning to herself. She has nothing else to do.
Oh, I thought she was actually having a sentimental moment.
No.
Not just being bored.
I'm glad someone's having an easy enough time to be bored right now.
Right?
I wish I was camming.
Yeah. She makes so much on NPC streams, you have no idea.
Yes.
Ice cream.
I'm just gonna. Mikey's short. He's not taking up a lot of room on the bed. I'm just gonna curl up in a ball, like underneath his feet on the edge of the bed.
Aww,
Pass
that's
that
adorable. Okay.
Well, Manifesto's just gonna lay on the bed. A bed, not that one.
Isn't that the only bed?
That's the only bed.
Yeah, okay. He's laying on a bed. It's every man for himself if anyone else tries.
All right. Jet.
Whatever's left of the clothes that Manifesto didn't put on, just gonna make a little pile, make the best of it.
Mostly socks.
Perfect.
Jet's just gonna take off his overshirt that's been wrapped around his waist this whole time, and ball it up, put it behind his neck as he just props himself up in the far corner.
Didn't you tie up Goose's feet with that?
I did.
You
It's
did.
gone. I forgot.
Yeah, those hips are out.
Yep. That the cake is on display.
Hell
Well then, no neck support, I guess. Just sitting against the corner with a shotgun in my lap.
As the way God intended. All right, so the group is getting a little bit of rest. I wouldn't consider this particularly good rest, so I'm going to say that for each hour you spend here, you guys are going to get to refill one point of your choice. That can be stability, that can be health, that can be a general point.
How
or
long do
even
we
an
want to?
investigative.
How long do we want to stay here? I was thinking like 3 hours would probably be good, but
What time is it?
yeah, what time do we think it is?
Everyone broke their fucking phones, but Sandal has a watch, I believe.
Sandals does have a watch. Also, Manifesto has his phone.
Yes.
No, that's right. Both Manifesto's phone and Sandal's watch say it's 7:30 p.m. That does not sound right to you.
If we stare at it long enough, does it seem to be changing?
No.
Oh, that's fun.
I think at that, Sandals just says, "Who's to say they'll ever let us leave?"
You always know how to cheer us up, small one.
At least we're not wasting any time.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hello flies across the room.
Grayson,
Yeah.
Grayson doesn't know what this means. He doesn't know numbers.
That's a one. It hits the
Just
child.
misses it. I think everyone is trying to like sleep, right?
Yeah, everyone but Maven, it seems like, yeah.
Yeah. I think Sandals is pretty upset. And he keeps thinking about the goggles. He's not going to steal them. He's not going to put them on. But it's definitely, he shifts around in his sleep and he looks over at Javi. Like that sort of thing, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to get up, but it's not quite time yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what's going on with him.
I was just watching you sleep.
Definitely not like that, but he's very. There is something to this that is interesting to him as well. That nags at his attention, but he's not going to try to steal the goggles from Javi or get them back or anything. He's just sad. And that's really the core of it.
Right now, I'm out. I'm snoring. Sorry, everyone. And I'm at a Throat Knot concert. And there's fake blood. Just an endless stream of fake blood won't stop, just blasting in my face and just drenching me. And it's just a never-ending sense of torment.
You look left and you look right, and all the audience is tongues.
I want to ask Ka a question again. For refilling some points, I forgot. Was that just on the academic, interpersonal, technical that can be refilled, or general as well?
Anywhere. Academic, interpersonal, technical, general, or stability or health even.
Okay.
How long did we decide on?
I think 3 hours.
I think 3 hours.
All right, I'm gonna roll 3 dice.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Huh. What am I going to get out of this?
Wait, how many points do we get to get back? I just put 1.
3.
3. Gotcha.
How do you refill them? Is there a...
If you left click on one of the names, then you have a dialogue where you can just manually edit it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It will say pool, and you can press the plus button.
Yeah.
Let me see what...
And to be clear, we're adding 1 point per hour to any of these. We're not refreshing a skill per hour.
Right. You were adding 1 point per hour of rest.
Okay.
If this was particularly good rest, you'd get a lot more back. This is shitty rest. It is fitful at best.
Shitty rest is an official game term. This is 100% part of the rules.
Yo.
And then...
Shitty rest is when your party of 6 tries to camp out in a dungeon full of kobolds and they just can't get any sleep at all.
Every 10 minutes, back attack.
All right. So what kind of nightmare are we waking up to?
Yeah, what is everyone dreaming about?
So we know what Javi's dreaming about. What about everyone else?
As I mentioned, Sandals, I think, is waking up too frequently to really dream. But when he does dream, it's just snow and an overpass, like a bridge over a stream, like a creek.
Like a bridge to Terabithia?
Oh, exactly like that. Yeah, Josh Hutcherson included. No, it is truly just like it's like a slideshow. Like a flash of an image of snow, a flash of an image of like a wreck campground in the middle of summer, a flash of an image of the side of a bridge, a sidewalk and a guardrail and a storm drain, a flash of an image of just so much snow piled up so quickly. We're talking 3-4 feet of snow, maybe a flash of people standing on this bridge, a line of police cars, a line of like caution tape, and people crying, just very sad. And then that same shot with none of the people, maybe 20 years later, from waist height of that same view of that bridge. That's all.
All right. Jet, you have honestly kind of a nice dream. You aren't actually sure you're dreaming at first. You're kind of in and out of it. But in your dream, Melvin is sitting beside you. He's having trouble sleeping too. He leans his head on your shoulder, and at some point he kisses you on the head and then leaves a note in your hands. Oh. And when you wake up, there's a note in your hands.
What does the note say?
It says, "Sorry, went to Lighthouse."
Well, that's a conundrum for him.
How did he get past Maven?
Did Maven fall asleep? Did Melvin pull rank?
She okay?
Good question.
Yeah.
What did Grayson and Manifesto dream of?
Yeah.
Grayson is having flashbacks to seeing Derek's intestines falling out, because that was the most disturbing thing that he's seen in the past day. That one really shook him. He's reliving that, but also a little bit of satisfaction from being able to help do his best to get Derek back to rights. It's not a good time.
What about Manifesto?
Manifesto, he's, after everything that's happened, he's kind of surprised that people around him can fall asleep so easily. And so his rest is a bit restless, and those around him can kind of hear him kind of see the light of his cell phone kind of illuminating his face, and hear kind of the unmistakable sound of Candy Crush sound effects coming from his phone. He's doing his comfort
Audio
game.
on.
The unexpected saddest part of this campaign so far. We're all having trauma dreams and Manifesto's playing Candy Crush.
He only plays for a little bit, but then he like tries to refresh his stream a bunch of times to see if his viewers are there and he can connect to internet, but obviously not. But it's enough to, get his sanity up 2 more points to 4, and his interfacing up to 1 point.
So with that, I'll say you guys are woken up by Maven knocking softly at the door. She kneels down and says, you guys aware that Melvin was leaving?
Vandals perks up and goes, what's good? Huh? And then tries to look really cool. Like the coolest anyone has ever looked while waking up before from just absolutely being so asleep 2 seconds before. Do I need to roll for this?
Despite being... you should roll to see how stupid you actually look.
Yeah, give me a sense trouble for the trouble in your proposed relationship.
You're like fully contorted in like the cat cleaning itself pose.
Ooh.
Sandals fully was drooling on himself. Like fully.
It's the Lemmy waking up meme.
Yes, exactly. Like he's like, hello, what's good? Yeah. Mm-hmm. What? I'm sorry?
Melvin, Mr. Man, he left. He said it was cool with you guys, but he was shaking a lot, and I don't think he was telling the truth.
Yeah, I'll take a root beer, thanks. Wait,
Cool.
what? Sorry, my brain's not working. It's too early. What? What'd you say?
Right, I'm gonna go after him.
And that wakes Sandals up. He's like, wait, what? Sorry, I don't. Sorry, what? One more time? Sorry.
Melvin left. He's going somewhere. He said you guys were cool with it.
That dumbass is going to the Lighthouse. What does that even mean?
Go there.
Yeah, absolutely the fuck not. We're not cool with that. Holy shit.
We were fully asleep, Maven. And Melvin is so dumb. Just so dumb. You didn't stop him?
I mean, I don't think I physically could without putting a crossbow bolt in him, and I only have 1 bolt left.
Sorry, you're right. I'm being an asshole. I'm sorry. That was not intended. I didn't mean to take that out on you. I woke up from a nap. I'm cranky. I'm really sorry.
God,
and then Sandals
he
just
is smitten.
starts walking. Gets up and starts to walk down the hall.
Just walking.
He's going to leave. Is everyone else coming?
All right.
Are we gonna go get this dude?
Yeah, we absolutely.
Is there a plan for the remaining people?
That's a good point.
Yeah, wait, Sandals, what are we doing? Are we going after him, or are we trying to find Iceberg first? That was the previous plan.
Sandals is still waking up. He kind of says do we want? Okay. Group talk, group session for everyone here. I am not a morning person, so I'm very sorry for this. We can go chase after Melvin, who, as we know, is an idiot and who got us all into this situation. So Cons on one hand is an idiot, got us all into this situation, probably gonna get himself killed, huge liability. And then like maybe for the fifth con, like legal ramifications, question mark, right? Like who knows who's culpable. Pros, Jet's boyfriend.
Oh.
Or we could go find Iceberg. Pros, really fucking smart. Probably knows more about this situation than anyone else here. Is a fucking unkillable 7'4" polar bear.
Con, what if that unkillable 7'4" polar bear is not himself?
Great con. Other con, total asshole, insufferable to deal with, hate spending time with him.
Yeah, I guess we should factor that in.
Yeah, so really just the fucking worst. So, you tell me, we have shit in one hand and dicks in another. Which do you want?
Manifesto raises his hand like he's in a class.
Manifesto, thank you. Very polite.
Yes, thank you. What I imagine when we were there last, we saw Ms. Potatoes. Maybe Mr. Man went to go meet with Miss Potatoes. What if we used the goggles on Miss Potatoes to find out what ghost she has, and then maybe we can use that negotiating all lawyer-like with Mr. Grayson.
You're right.
Sandals is
it's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, he is absolutely fucking stunned by the game-breakingly good logic that Manifesto is just like the most genre-savvy thing that could be said at the moment, and he just goes, "This is the reason why Manifesto is the leader. This is why Manifesto's leader."
We go off the Lighthouse. It's in the same direction. We can multitask.
Sure. I love this. Why am I walking in front of everyone? I'm a 5'4" ferret. Can someone please bigger than me go in front? I'm sorry. I'm trying to look cool. I'm trying to look cool for Maven. Someone go ahead, please.
Counterpoint. Jet's already going out the door. He turns, cocks his shotgun, and says, "The answer was dicks," and leaves.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, we're all gonna follow Jet.
Sandals just stays behind for just like 2 seconds really quickly just to be like, you're staying here?
Yeah, I gotta watch
Maven.
over them. I don't think they're gonna be up and at him for a bit.
Sandals is hovering really closely for a second, like almost like he's gonna go for a kiss, but he doesn't have the suaveness for that, and also that's like not cool to do, and he knows that, so he just like makes like a vague like hugging motion towards Maven.
She gives you the hover hug.
Yeah,
where
he
the hands
hover
do
hugs
not
her
touch the
back.
back.
Yeah, he like hover
all right.
hugs and then is like, I really think you will be okay, but like,
Yeah, I will.
don't let people in. Don't do anything bad, please. Please think about surviving more than anything else. Please, just like promise me, like please. Please.
All right, try not to die, kid.
I don't think I've been this viscerally upset since somebody described their crush they had on the lady that worked at GameStop.
Yeah. And then like Sandals begins to walk away and then turns back around and is like, I don't really know how to describe this, but I just like really like you. And then nods. Like he just like nods. You know,
she gives like a yeah okay expression, like she didn't hear you, but you know she heard you. She has great hearing.
Yeah, and then he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Sorry, and also thank you, and also good luck, and also I'm leaving now, and then just walks out the door.
Excellent.
I'm gonna spend a point of flirting. That's one of the things I refilled.
Yeah.
On who?
Uh-huh. Tell me
I'm
about
gonna
it.
I'm gonna tell Maven, hey, that was really badass last night. Thanks again.
Oh, thanks. What was your name again?
Javier.
Javier. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, see you around.
Yeah. See ya, Javier.
Can't believe you tried to follow that up.
He's got the Latin charm.
Oh my god.
Won't even wingman for me.
I thought like, oh, he's gonna do an assist with that point. That's neat. No.
Javi is not a homie. He's not looking out for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Not invited to my cookout. Get out of here. Going after my girl? Come on, please.
Get kudzu'd.
All right, so we're back out in Cape Karma. It's been a while.
I like the fire
Hasn't been
symbols.
long enough.
Yeah, I wanted to keep track of certain things.
Oh.
That's great.
Well, at least we didn't come back to a map where half the town's been claimed by a wall of flame or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be
we're
inconvenient.
actually like we're pretty centrally located, which is pretty nice. Is there anything we want to hit before we go to the lighthouse?
We were at the Good Rest Inn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The town hall was one place with a puzzle that we were contemplating before, right? And we
That's
backed
true.
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're in
the answer is no from Jet. Jet does not give
Yeah.
a shit about the game.
Yeah. And Chapel House had a scripted event, so that's where we last suspected Iceberg was, but that was like hours ago.
We saw Iceberg's phone. Like Sandals specifically saw what keys he had, and Kaw went over them. I just forgot. Kaw, did he do the chapel puzzle already?
Yes, he did.
That's what I thought. So he's
Yeah.
not going to be there. There's no reason for him to be there.
Yeah, I think we should make our way to the lighthouse.
All
I imagine that the game can't even update to tell you to do the last scripted event anymore because there's no Wi-Fi.
Right.
It's
The
possible.
very
out on
yeah.
content.
And who's to say that the people who were supposed to be there for the scripted event would even be there? I will say, however, if we can get Iceberg's phone, maybe one of us has the tech skill to find a way to NFC his keys over to our keys.
Ooh,
And
that would
restore
be a good.
computer use.
That would be a good
Yeah.
computer use spend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Assuming he hasn't smashed his phone.
Assuming he hasn't smashed his phone. This is true.
All right. So we approach the lighthouse, and beyond it, you see like a solid wall of fog. It looks like it's almost being repelled by the lighthouse, encapsulating it in a giant sphere, much like the viewers are when you see them around. Speaking
How
of which, there's several viewers
away?
hanging around.
How far away is that? Like meters wise?
Probably a good 100 feet
Okay.
sphere around the lighthouse.
Not close enough to walk up and just touch. Like I would need to separate from the group to feel whatever this wall of fog is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
as you're approaching, one of the viewers hovers down close to Sandals, and it says, "Hey, give us a story."
Okay, that'll buy us some time for half an hour. Keep going.
If he never finishes, then they never have to do the boon.
Yeah.
Filibuster.
Fuck.
You just gotta pad it out. Channel your
I'm
inner...
I'm so fucking glad I refreshed this.
Just gotta channel your inner like visual novel writer and just like introduce new characters continually for 3 hours.
Sandals is going to very audibly tell the story of the most convoluted, long-running, dropped, game-jacked, re-upped, Patreon-supported ARG there has ever been. Like, sincerely, he's gonna go into he's gonna talk about the political alignments and ramifications of the romantic tension of Slender Man and Jeff the Killer right now. Like, he's going full on cryptozoology, ARG, Bigfoot, and the Mothman have actually been dating for 35 years. He's just talking. And I spent a cryptozoology spend on this. He is getting 100%. He is full on night minding this. Like, we're talking 8 videos, marble hornets analyzed. This is full on content that could have lived on YouTube, and he's just doing it off the back of his hand.
It is astounding. You see there's actually several viewers around. Some of them were about to like ask the other people in the group for stuff, but they are instead drawn into this never-ending story.
Yeah. He's just going on and on about. He's talking about how Everyman Hybrid and Marble Hornets are technically not connected, but Everyman Hybrid it references Marble Hornets, and Everyman Hybrid and Tribe 12 are actually connected because they have characters that cross over. So like the Slenderverse isn't actually Marble Hornets isn't part of the Slenderverse, but the Slenderverse does reference Marble Hornets as sort of a piece of the Slenderverse as a whole, right? Like, you can have a piece of canon that is its own tentpole media, but all of the other media that references it doesn't necessarily affect that one canon piece of literature, even though that canon piece of literature connects to all of the other literature. This is maybe the most professional anyone in the group has ever seen Sandals. This is him in his element.
Hell yeah.
I know all the words he's saying are English, but
yeah, I'm not picking up any of that either.
I promise you it's really good. You just need to, once you get past season 2, that's 47 episodes. It's actually really interesting. And the amateur quality of the video content and the acting actually just really enhances the whole, and he just like keeps going. He is talking the whole way through.
I don't have
Is there any sign up ahead
a YouTube
of who we're looking for?
Looking up ahead, you do see the lighthouse, and it looks like it's been graffitied. Getting closer, there's a message that's been drawn on the side of the base with chalk. And Sandals, this message speaks to you in particular, probably like snapping you out of your story as you approach it. And it says, "Enter the Labyrinth." And you remember back when you and Iceberg used to collab, you did a series together called Enter the Labyrinth. It was a reference, of course, to the beloved Guillermo del Toro flick, Pan's Labyrinth. And it is written there in chalk.
Can I use a point
Oh, go on.
Can I use a point of media literacy?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, spin that.
All right. Javi, you've seen that movie. That's a great movie. You remember
one of my favorites.
The way the little girl in that movie navigated to another world was by drawing a door using chalk.
Chalk, exactly. Is there is there a loose bit of chalk by the base of the lighthouse or anything?
You don't see any nearby, but some of you might have some prepared.
Who has Manifesto's tooth?
So who had the goggles? Actually, that's
I've been carrying them.
I'm curious what the if these little viewers have anything around them.
Sure.
Goggles.
All right. Looking at the viewers, you see a tether behind each one, trailing away from them like entrails leading towards the lighthouse. There are hundreds of these tethers reaching from the lighthouse into the town.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the lighthouse is a portal. We gotta shut this thing off somehow. Preparedness.
I can roll preparedness as well if we need to.
And Sandals, as your story comes to its riveting conclusion, the viewers cheer for you. A boon! A boon! And they give you one bullet. It's cold and bent.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Ka. Fuck you for reasons no one will understand other than me. That's mean. You're being mean. You're bullying me.
Hell yeah.
Sandals, so I'm assuming this boon happens, this bullet manifests from midair, it starts to fall, and Sandals kind of catches it in his paw.
Yeah.
He like clenches his paw around it. I don't care if I need to take like frostbite damage from this. He holds it to his chest in like a weirdly sentimental way. He's just like very, very, again, he's like sad. Like tears are welling up in his eyes, and he just says, "I'm sorry." And he just like holds it there for a moment, fully recognizing what the viewers are saying to him at that moment.
Javi, that's shock.
Just out of luck. For some reason, I've been carrying chalk in my pocket.
It's really good for marking. An urban explorer marking in hobo code if there's like dogs or shit in a place, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
makes
I've places with tunnels underground. You kind of want to mark off, which doors are locked. Helps you navigate better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I guess I'm just gonna start drawing a door on the base of this lighthouse.
All right.
Jet has basically just been spinning. Like not like literally twirling. I just mean like he's got his shotgun. He's got this like growling grimace, the snarl. He's trying to find meaning and figure out what the fuck's going on. He knows that people keep calling this hilltop the lighthouse, but he doesn't see anything besides the weird gap in the fog and the other people. And there's nothing to go on.
Now that Sandal's story is finished, most of the viewers are still gathered around him, but what is going to linger over close to Jet? Not that he can see it, but he does hear a voice in his head, and it says, "Hey, hey!"
He swings.
"Give us a smile."
Just fucking butt of the gun first, just swings at the noise.
Give me a scuffling roll.
Because it came out of nowhere. Let's see. Did you...
Ooh!
Choo choo, motherfucker! Get bent!
All right. Yeah, these things have 1 HP, so... You, demolish this thing you can't see. You like splat it against the lighthouse, and suddenly all the other viewers that you still cannot see gasp and look at Jet, and they begin vibrating, the air around you growing thick and raspy, and an internal sense of impending doom is rising up within all of you, even Jet, as Javi finishes his door drawing, and the wall to the lighthouse begins to recede in that exact shape.
I knew there was going to be a fucking illusory wall here. I knew it.
Oh,
We got there,
Title
gamers.
drop. Sandals, rather than looking at the door, like in tune with the viewers, immediately is staring at Jet in a like it's like he turns in a way where it's like he can't not look at him for what he just did.
Jet's head's just kind of snapping around. Just what the fuck was that?
And then he looks at Jet. Can he see Jet's eyes?
Looking, it's hard to see with the hat on. You would probably have to take it off to get a very good look, but you see a strange, like almost golden glow from his eyes. The same thing that Javi described before.
Unlike Javi, Sandals is enraptured by these golden eyes and unflinchingly looks directly into Jet's soul and says, "You need to treat this story with the respect it deserves." And just meets him where he is, completely 100% eyeing him down.
Do you get a good look at his eyes?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's staring him in the eyes, unblinking.
His eyes don't look right. They look like theirs.
They look like theirs. Ooh, under the hat. That's exciting. Sandals fully understands this immediately. I think out of anyone here, Sandals is the one that has observed the viewers most plainly so far. His entire modus this far has been understanding what the fuck they're up to, how they work, and what they are, and he recognizes those viewers as being the same as Jet's eyes. And he, I think, without any sort of pretense, is, for lack of a better word, jimming the camera in the Office sense, staring directly into Jet's eyes when he says, "You need to treat this professionally." And then he turns back to whatever the fuck Javi was doing.
So I have the concrete, or like the stonework behind me just slid open in the shape of a door. Jet, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you're going to come up here with us, and I think we got to go inside. If you can't see what this is, just hold my hand and follow me in. You with us?
I don't got time for these games. We're trying to find Melvin.
He might be in here.
Sandals.
Don't know.
Sandals grabs Jet by the collar of his tank top and like threateningly pulls him as close as possible and says, "Play your part," and then puts him down.
Are you rolling intimidation?
I can roll intimidation. Do you want me to roll? I can roll a d6 if you want me to.
Because one of us has intimidation. I'm just saying.
That's a 4.
That's pretty good. I feel like that's proper intimidating.
I mean, Sandals is intimidating.
It's true.
Yes.
I'm fucking terrified of him.
Yeah.
He's transcended needing an intimidation actual skill.
Sandals, I rolled that 4, and I'm gonna add, do you want to see Melvin again or not? And then Sandals is gonna put him gently release his tank top and then walk towards the door that Javi just manifested. Yeah, sorry. It's the door that Javi just manifested. That was impolite of me. It was very insensitive. I'm sorry.
All this word choice is a bit discombobulating.
Is Jack gonna see someone disappear?
Yeah. They're going somewhere.
Yeah, if we're doing a Pan's Labyrinth, that's good. I know that movie ended in such a good way.
Absolutely did.
It did. It was a very happy ending for everyone involved. Javi, are you opening the door?
Yeah. Yeah. It's open.
As you open the door, Sandals is looking at Grayson, and I think at this particular moment, he looks at Grayson and he says, "If you don't want to be a part of this, no one will look down on you for going back to the inn."
Because you're very
You
tall.
know that, right?
Yeah, because you're very tall. It's a tiny little Javi door.
Javi hole.
You got.
Sorry, guys. I could have drawn that like much taller, but I just didn't think about it while I was drawing it. Sorry, guys.
Manifesto didn't pick you up while you were drawing. It all makes sense, yeah. But yeah, Sandals looks at Grayson and like truly just says like, no one is going to judge you for tapping out right now.
I appreciate that, Sandals, but there's no chance in hell I'm staying out here with those things by myself.
Especially because it looks like they're getting mad. You've never seen them like this before, but they are agitatedly gyrating in place. It almost looks like when you saw that camera awaken into a viewer, except they're doing it themselves. They're jittering around angrily, looming, getting closer to you.
They need some Claritin Clear.
Absolutely. Get Ben Stein out here for him.
I was gonna say they need to call Ben Stein.
Sandals wants everyone to go in before him, so he steps aside and makes room for everyone. But while he does this, he also, I think, in a sort of call to action, directs the viewer's attention to the scene that is being created here of everyone walking through this door. And he says, "All right, everyone, it's time for action." And then motions for everyone to walk through the door.
I thought you were gonna say like, comment, survive.
Oh, no.
Great tagline for this.
Manifesto does look a little wary towards Sandal's sudden change in behavior. Like, he knows he's not the most morally upstanding individual, and a flicker in his mind is kind of wondering, like, is he gonna erase the chalk the moment he goes through there?
How dare you? How dare you? Sandals is so morally upstanding. Ugh.
Manifesto's going to think of better angels and go through, though he is tempted to shove the little thing through first.
He is very small.
It's true.
Easy to handle.
Locker-sized.
Locker-sized.
I mean, I've already stepped inside, so there's nothing. Yeah, it's whoever wants to follow me in is following me in.
Getting into Javi's gerbil world.
Yeah, again, I'm very sorry about that.
Hands and knees.
When Jet sees people disappear, his mouth just sort of drops a moment, and a cigarette falls out. And then after a second, he just grumbles to himself, like, "Why can't that uppity little spitfuck just speak like a person?" And he just goes forward. He has no fucking clue what Sandals has been talking about this entire game.
All right, so we're all heading in. I think that's Sandals, the last one in.
Yeah, Sandals is the last one in, and he's going to... Is there like a physical door that has now opened?
It looks like the wall has like slid aside, but you could slide it back.
Yeah, Sandals is going to, as he walks in, slide the door very cinematically behind them.
All right. You're now inside the lighthouse. Looking around as you enter the lighthouse, you would expect to see some sort of maybe living chambers at the bottom or storage with a spiral staircase going up. Instead, all you see is a massive stone chamber, cylindrical, that goes down. There's a staircase descending down beneath the lighthouse, and looking down, it just keeps going and going as far as you can see.
The tower.
Oop, wrong map. Let's see.
Oh.
And when you get to the bottom of the stairwell, you see a large stone wall with what looks like a mouth carved out of it. And the mouth moves as you get to the bottom of the stairs, and it greets you. And it says, "You've come for the picnic."
I'm imagining Olmec's voice from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes,
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's Olmec. Hey, what's
the
up?
blue barracudas.
Yeah, exactly.
Silver monkeys.
That is where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, and please consider supporting Gnollplaying games on Patreon. There is a lot of custom art that needs to be paid for to make these shows possible, and as a thank you for your support, over the next few months you'll gain access to short stories that develop the Cape Escape universe, as well as behind-the-scenes peeks at our upcoming series, Dead Laws.